Attorney Jonathan Elson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
On August 18th at approximately 10:30 p.m., deputies received information that a gold Ford pickup truck, F-250, had just fled from Las Vegas Metro northbound on Highway 160, heading towards Pahrump, Nevada. Deputies say they made a U-turn to catch up with the Ford, but the Ford left turn onto Mance from Highway 160 and began to accelerate west on Mance. Deputies then activated their emergency lights and sirens, at which time the driver of the vehicle, who was later identified as Kyrstin Fuller, disobeyed the signal to stop the Ford. NCSO dispatch started in a pursuit with the gold Ford truck driven by Kyrstin. Kyrstin accelerated the speed of the truck to approximately 100 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. This pursuit continued from Mance and Highway 160 all the way down to Barney and Charleston Park. Fuller repeatedly drove in two different lanes on the road, hitting up to speeds of 115 miles per hour, and continuously ran four-way stop signs. According to the declaration, it says as a result of the high-speed and careless operation of the Ford by Fuller in an attempt to evade and elude law enforcement, the F-250 hit a bump at the intersection with such force that it propelled the Ford into a vertical position. Fuller lost control of the Ford truck, darting right into and through the fence that was located here in Pahrump. Fuller somehow regained control of the Ford, controlling the vehicle left and narrowly missing the actual residents of the home, yet traveling across the property and slamming into a small camper or shack at the address. Once the pursuit ended, the passenger was detained and removed from the back of the Ford due to a small fire as a result of the accident. Pedestrian witnesses advised that a female had ran north into the desert area and was later identified as Fuller, who was the driver of the vehicle. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue was requested to expedite due to the fire engulfing the entire truck and the building in flames. The truck was unable to be identified at the time due to no license plates and the VIN numbers being melted from the fire. During the investigation, deputies interrogated the passenger of the vehicle, who said that he did not know Fuller and did not hang out with her. According to the declaration, the passenger says he ran into Fuller at a gas station located at Simpkins and Blagg, and said that Fuller offered to take him to Vegas to drop off her boyfriend, who was later identified as David Slaughterback. The passenger also says that he is thankful to even be alive after the crash. Deputies were unable to locate Kyrstin for the rest of the shift. The next day, August 19th, when returning to work, deputies responded to the address here in Pahrump in an attempt to locate Fuller. Deputies allegedly surrounded the residence and began knocking and announcing at the door. Deputies asked Slaughterback several times if he knew where Fuller was located. He responded several times saying that he was new to the area and had no idea what they were talking about, and still denied knowing where Fuller's whereabouts were. While clearing the residence in attempting to locate Fuller, Fuller eventually exited the northwest bedroom where Slaughterback was located. Both Fuller and Slaughterback were arrested and booked into the Nye County Detention Center, and Fuller is facing charges: 3 counts of disobeying a peace officer and endangering public, 2 counts of disobeying a peace officer and damaging property, 1 count of failure to stop at the scene of an accident, 1 count of driving without a driver's license, 1 count of operating a vehicle without proof of insurance, and 1 count of operating an unregistered vehicle. And Slaughterback is facing 1 count of harboring or concealing a felony offender.